Okay, so today's emotion regulation skill is check the facts. This is a really important one, and honestly, I feel like I need to use this skill more often, so it's really good to have the reminder. So what the card says is, check the facts, slow things down, check if your emotions fit the facts of the situation. Ask yourself, what's causing me to feel this way? How am I interpreting this cause? Am I assuming the worst? What's the emotion I want to change? So I didn't even need to pull out a conflict card from the game to come up with an example of this. I have the greatest boyfriend in the world, and he is super supportive, and we are in a really good place in our relationship. But because I have some abandonment issues, sometimes if he says something like, hey, I need to talk to you about something later, I automatically assume the worst, and I'm 100% convinced he's breaking up with me. And so I really often have to say, okay, what's causing me to feel this way? To be perfectly honest, it's probably my mental illness and my fear of abandonment. Probably has nothing to do with how he's actually feeling about me. But of course, that's hard to think about in the moment. So having this, even again, there's an app, having this on your phone would be really helpful. You can go, okay, what's the first step of this? Why am I feeling this way? How am I interpreting this cause? So he asked he said, hey, I need to talk to you after work or whatever. And I automatically jumped to, he's gonna break up with me. Well, how am I interpreting that? Like, nothing he said implied that at all. And like, chances are, if he was gonna break up with me, there would be more of a conversation than like, hey, I need to talk to you after work. He'd probably just like bring it up without giving me warning, or he would have given me plenty of warning and we would have tried to work things out. So am I assuming the worst? Yes, I usually assume the worst. Boyfriends, bosses, doesn't matter. Anybody that says, hey, I need to talk to you, I assume that the most terrible thing has possibly happened. And that's something that I deal with pretty much every day. What is the emotion I want to change? So the emotion I want to change in a lot of those situations is just like complete anxiety and fear. Maybe they just want to talk to me about like what I want for dinner. Maybe they just want to talk to me about like how I did a really great job at work. There's so many things that they could want to talk to me about, and nothing that they said implied that it was a negative thing. So the emotion I want to change is panic, if that's an emotion, and just like a sense of overwhelm. Like when that kind of thing happens, like I literally like get sweaty, I get shaky, like my heart races, I'm just like, ah, and there's really no need to do that unless you know something bad is going to happen. So it's really just like checking the facts, going, am I interpreting this incorrectly? And is there a way that I can like kind of calm myself down and then get to the point where we're going to have that conversation, or I know that this fact is now true. So that is check the facts, an emotion regulation skill, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.